Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Lincoln D'Souza, the Senior Vice President of Food and Beverage for Royal Caribbean. So we are on Utopia of the Seas, the naming voyage right before it starts doing revenue cruises. And we're going to find out what makes this Oasis ship different from all the others, but through the entry of the alimentary canal. In other words, eating food. We're going to do it from that point of view here on Insider Travel Report. Let's talk about what makes this Oasis ship different from the food perspective.
Yeah, I think, for the first time ever in history, we're deploying an amazing Oasis-class ship into a short product. And it's really about bringing the big weekend energy. And so we've thought a lot about variety and convenience for the guests as you sail on board this ship out of Port Canaveral. As you layer in Perfect Day at Coco Cay, we really want this to be that getaway experience. But with such a short time on board, we've wanted to give you that variety and choice and the ability to get something quick.
Grab and go, yeah.
Exactly. So if you think about the resort deck here on Utopia of the Seas, we've layered in the spare tire, which is a brand new experience. The grab and go, really convenient and tasty food that allows you to get back to your pool seat really easily. We also have the traditional El Loco Fresh, the Mexican experience, along with Cantina Fresca, so you can get a great margarita while you're up on the pool deck. And so, it's really exciting to bring this to life. I think about the other new experiences that we have here in Central Park. We're at 150, which is a traditional experience we have, but, right next door is Izumi, and we've brought Izumi to life in a whole new way. The convenience of the Izumi window that allows you to grab a quick bite and be able to sit in the park, enjoy the amazing music. And right next door to that, we've got the teppanyaki experience, and, that's a traditional favorite.
Slow down. Izumi is bigger now.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, we've brought it up to the park. We've taken it out of deck 4 next to the dining room, and it's a massive experience that really delivers on all of the key factors. So you've got you've got the teppanyaki experience, you've got the sushi experience, but we've layered in the window that allows for the convenience, and we've got a new experience within that called omakase. And omakase is really like a chef's table style dining experience, really elevated sushi experience for the real sushi lover.
And did I get this wrong or right, that it's traded places with the Italian restaurant?
Right, we've moved Giovanni's over to deck 12, and it's got an amazing view of the boardwalk. If you hadn't had the opportunity to check it out, I mean, two levels, great wine bar experience, great dining experience.
So it's a bigger, like the room, I remember it had a ceiling. Now it's a huge ceiling, right, and this big
Wonderland.
view.
I mean, we used to have Wonderland in that space, and so we've, on this ship, we've sunsetted Wonderland, and we've really brought to life this amazing Italian experience. If you get a chance to have a look, we've got the al fresco dining, on a cool evening, being able to sit outside, enjoy the aqua show as you have dinner. It's pretty amazing.
And then let's talk about, there's two very, very new things.
Sure.
So one is the Pesky Parrot.
Sure.
And so I have pictures of it, but I don't have the parrot yet. Let's talk about the whole thing.
Yeah, so the parrot will be here next week. I mean, we're keeping that pretty quiet so people can get excited and see what it looks like next week. It's going to be quite interesting. But Pesky Parrot is really a Caribbean tiki bar. And so, that's kind of actually a new genre in cocktails, if you will. We've taken the traditional tiki experience from the South Pacific, and we've layered in Caribbean spirits to really elevate the cocktail experience. And I think it's the greatest way to get aboard the ship you board, and Pesky Parrot's right there. You get a great cold beverage in your hand.
But then they're interesting beverages. I love peanut butter, and I had a peanut butter colada.
Yeah, no, it's pretty amazing. I mean, the peanut butter experience, as well as if you've been up to Mason Jar, we've won 5 awards now for that beverage experience, and we really elevated our beverage game, I think, and you'll see that here. And as part of that short getaway is having a great cold beverage, and nothing like being on vacation when you board the ship and grab a tiki cocktail. You're on vacation then.
So are we not allowed to talk about Brian?
We can talk about Brian, but Brian's going to be here. But
so Brian is the parrot who's going to mock the people having their cocktails.
That's right. The Pesky Parrot's going to bother you while you're having your cocktail. So, it's going to be exciting to bring it to life.
And that replaced what?
We used to have a Bionic bar there, and so Bionic bar has kind of a great experience, but we've done a few of them, and once you've kind of experienced it, I think this, though, for the short getaway experience is completely different, unique, and special. And I think, based on just the shakedown and here the trade event, people seem to love it.
And now, right after our interview, I'm going to go see the railway. Let's talk about that.
The Royal Railway is truly a special experience. I don't think it's been done anywhere, whether it's in sea or land. And so what we've built out is a really cool platform, a really amazing train car experience. Once you enter that train car, you're taken to a different place. You're taken to the Wild West, and we have, it's really built for young families. That's the experience we've created. The food is kind of thematic and built with it. You have things like the fart and dart beans, and that's right, I said fart. They're delicious beans, and we've got amazing entrees like a braised short rib. We've got a wonderful vegan rib dish, and the desserts are truly transformational. You get a gold bar or a cigar dessert, and they're a lot of fun.
How many bars and restaurants, just so we knock the socks off of those who don't know?
Yeah, we've got over 40 bars and restaurants. Within those, though, we have multiple experiences. Like Azumi alone is 4 experiences. So really the ways to drink and dine are pretty unbelievable on board the ship. And I guarantee you'll have to come back at least twice before you've been able to touch all those food and beverage experiences.
And the other thing I was going to ask you, and then it came up in our meeting, what kind of new food and beverage machines or technology, because this is the newest ship, so we would have it.
Yeah, we've got some pretty cool stuff in the back of the house. One of the things that I think is going to be a little hidden secret that people may not realize is that we've introduced Hawaiian shaved ice on the ship as well at Wipeout Bar right by the Flow Rider. That's new to this ship and the first we've ever had. That's been pretty busy as well. But in the back of the house, we've introduced a bunch of fun new equipment. We're excited to have a new laser guided cake cutter that's really changed how we present our desserts and stuff like that. So we're excited about it.
No, you gave us more of a visual. So in 45 seconds, it cut a cake. How many slices?
You can get up to, it really is your design. You can pretty much cut it in any shape you want. We did triangles the other day. I think we've got 100 triangles in 45 seconds. It's pretty amazing.
And in terms of sustainability, when you cut with a knife and there's all that waste on the knife, you don't have any.
Yeah, no waste on the knife, waste on the water. You had to have running water. Somebody has to dip a knife, cut it. This just, jet comes on.
We don't think of all this.
Yeah, the jet comes on, cuts the cake, and it stops when it's done. So
that leads us into sustainability and food waste. I mean, you guys, it's a whole science that let's just discuss a little bit about how you preserve, you figure out how to order, have less waste. And
since 2018, we've really been on this journey that we've called WOW, which stands for Win on Waste. And it's really transformed how we manage food waste using a little bit of technology and a lot of change management and really great support from our shipboard leadership team to drive how we think about food differently. And so we've reduced food waste by about 30% in 3 years. Our goal is about 50%. So we've really made a lot of progress. We've introduced things like Q Control, which allows us to measure all of the food waste in our complimentary venues by using weights and measures, and so we're able to weigh that before it goes out, record everything that comes back, and really provide the team with analysis and analytics that allows them to adjust their usage. We'll leverage our POS technology in other venues to really be able to measure that as well. And then, now we're in this last piece of the journey, which is really creating a food production management system that will allow us to forecast using all of the demographic information and some artificial intelligence, forecast out to our teams well in advance how much food they're going to have to use, how they're going to use it, which venues they're going to use. And really, my goal is to eliminate food waste before it happens. It's great if you have waste to figure out ways to use it after the fact, but what's better? Not wasting it in the first place. And if you think about it, I read a statistic the other day that in the U.S., 33% of all food produced ends up in the trash, never gets used, which is kind of a mind-boggling.
Not on the ship here.
No, on the there's still waste on board. I've heard on cruise ships the waste is somewhere between 20 and 30% of the total product, which is pretty amazing already. If you think about it, it's less than land-based, but we're on this journey to get to as close to zero as we can.
Like emissions.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's talk about the culture, because you are proud of your staff.
Sure.
And we got to witness a meeting that happens at every venue before a meal.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that, please.
Sure. I think I always say to anyone who asks is our crew are the secret ingredient. As you think about from a food and beverage standpoint, they are the ingredient that makes the difference. And we have a very strong focus on the culture and change management. We have a team member on board the ship called the Food Operations Excellence Controller, and their job, as the name says, is an operations excellence person. And they're focused on helping people think differently about how we do our business and coaching people and teaching people. In addition, we do these pre-meal briefings every single shift, and we have a very standardized process on how we do that. Bring in the food, bring in a discussion both with the front of the house and the back of the house to talk about how that shift is going to go, how we're going to deliver the experiences we're committed to. And I think you see the results every single day in what we deliver here at Royal Caribbean.
So, I mean, we're talking about Utopia, but we're really talking about the whole fleet.
That's right. We do this across the fleet and have for the better part of 7 years now. But we continue to evolve our culture and we continue to elevate how we bring the product to life every single day. And we're super proud of the work our team does here within food and beverage.
So today's the day we're docked. We're going to go to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and people go there expecting to eat. Yeah. Let's talk about your part in that.
Yeah, I mean, our team oversees all of the F&B operations and the cabana operations for Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And, a big part of this experience is bringing to life a really unique and special dining experience. And you think about Coco Cay, they've got over 20 different dining experiences on Coco Cay, whether it's the Coco Beach Club, whether it's in cabana dining. Now with Hideaway, we've got 2 new experiences. We've got a Slice of Paradise, which is a pizza restaurant, as well as a shack there, a Hideaway shack that has a whole new variety of dishes that are different from anywhere else on the island, including fish sandwiches and coconut shrimp. And again, the cabana experience is completely different as well. So, the work that we do behind the scenes to really bring this to life involves both our development team, shipboard, as well as our shoreside team as we develop new concepts. The amount of work that goes into these is pretty amazing.
You're going from 40 food venues to another 20
right.
From the ship to shore.
Yeah, if you think about our whole fleet and our island operations, we have well over 800 different types of food and beverage experiences. And the big difference is they're all sorts of experiences. You go from a tiki bar to a Asian concept to a seafood restaurant. And so it's all the complexity associated with both the supply chain as well as developing and maintaining the standards around these experiences.
So as we look forward to new Oasis ships and Icon ships and then the new Discovery class that's coming, you have a part in that.
Of course.
Tell us what you're thinking and what you're planning.
Yeah, I think Icon truly changed the game from a food and beverage standpoint. I think we've heard it loud and clear from our guests that, the amount of experiences we brought to life, well over 50 experiences. So if you think about Oasis class, over 40, and on Icon class having over 50 experiences, a lot of them brand new to the fleet. It's really got guests excited about the F&B dining experience. And so with the future Oasis class, we're just starting that journey and we're starting to really think about how we're going to evolve that. And Icon 2 and future Icon class ships are going to bring all sorts of new and exciting experiences to life for our guests.
As you say, well, first of all, you guys are very responsive to the guests and you listen to their comments. Right. And when you sunset something, I like that phrase, it's because it probably has had its time and you're moving on to something new. And so as you listen to the guests, you're always, that's where that innovation comes from.
Right. And when I say sunset, it doesn't mean we're eliminating that product. I mean, we still have it on other ships. So what I really mean is that we've brought them to life and people enjoy that experience, but it's time to, sometimes you got to, once you get to a certain scale level, whether it's 7, 8, 9, 10 restaurants, unless it's a convenience concept, you probably need to shift into something to create something new and exciting for the guests.
But also the new innovations on a new ship trickles backwards.
Yeah, we're excited about restarting our amplification programs, with the first being Allure of the Seas. And a lot of times it really gives us an opportunity to roll back some of the exciting things that our guests love. We do a lot of research, a lot of consumer insights to really understand what our guests want, and working with our product development and marketing team, bringing that to life in a meaningful way. So amplifications allow us to really refresh some of our ships and bring some of those exciting experiences to our guests.
I'm full, and you're the reason I'm...
Oh, it's good. I'm glad you've had an opportunity to enjoy the experiences.
Thank you for talking to us.
My pleasure. Thanks.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.